Hello, I'm Annie, and today I will be discussing the impact of food wastage on water sustainability. Around the world, 1.3 billion tonnes of food is wasted annually, which is one-third of the food produced for human consumption. In the Australian context, $1.1 billion worth of fruit and vegetables alone are thrown away every year. Furthermore, food production is currently responsible for using 92% of the fresh water available around the world, which means this extensive food wastage translates into extensive water wastage. It is estimated that 1.4 billion people are already living without enough water, and it is concerning and almost unbelievable to consider that if the world's current consumption patterns do not change, 2 out of every 3 people will live in water-stressed conditions by the year 2025. The first step was to conduct an online search of the project statement using Google, which established background information. Google Scholar and the Curtin University online library were then used to search for scholarly references to extend the initial research. Keywords searched include food waste, water sustainability, water footprint, water scarcity, and environmental impact. In between these words, the plus sign or and were used, which narrowed down the search results. One challenge was that despite a large variety of sources discussing the environmental impact of food wastage, many of these did not focus on water sustainability specifically. As a result, articles were accessed and read through briefly to establish if they held relevant information before reading it thoroughly. Journals such as Food Policy, Science of the Total Environment, and the Journal of Cleaner Production contained articles which were extremely beneficial to this inquiry. The key reason for concern is that food supply directly translates into consumptive water use, which is when water is removed from a source and is unavailable for reuse until precipitation occurs. Irrigated agriculture accounts for approximately 70% of water withdrawals from river systems, and this consumptive water use impacts greatly water sustainability in areas downstream. About 1.4 billion people live in closed basins, which means the water flow for the year has already been allocated and is therefore not available for local or environmental usage. Most of the waste happens in the production post-harvesting and processing stages for reasons such as unharvested crops, with more than 10 million tonnes of produce left on the farm due to cosmetic imperfections, or when produce is damaged during processing or transportation. Of the food that does reach retail, 30 to 50% of purchased food is thrown away by the consumer. Australian consumers alone throw away more than $5 billion worth of food yearly, yet almost all Australians do not consider food wastage a problem in their households. Verma stresses that change needs to happen at every level of the food chain and in every region, developing and developed. In developed countries, consumer understanding of the realities and problems associated with food wastage need to be increased to ensure every household realizes the true impact of their food wastage habits. Lipinski et al. Discuss food redistribution, which can benefit every stage of food production, from crops that would otherwise be unharvested to unsold food left at the markets and stores. Second Bite is a non-profit organization which facilitates food donation by linking farmers and retailers with community groups and food banks. Initiatives such as this, with the support of retailers, could make a significant reduction in food wastage and by extension help to ensure precious water resources are not wasted. Links can be made between this inquiry topic and the science strand of the Australian curriculum in all year levels, especially Year 3 and 4. These 4 content descriptors link directly in this inquiry topic as it focused on understanding the relationship between food wastage and water scarcity, as well as highlighting the cause and effect of society's food wastage habits. Thank you for your time.
Created using Powtoon.